I've been called many things in my life. Dumbass, retard, dork, but only one of them is true, and that would be gamer. I am a true gamer to my soul. I have played over 1,000 hours of random games alone just on my Switch. And that's what I'd like to talk about today. Well, really one specific game, Elden Ring. I recently played Elden Ring and beat it, and it is one of the best games I think I've ever played. Now, Elden Ring was easy but hard at the same time. The only bosses that I really struggled with was the fire giant, Malekith, and Melania. And Melania isn't even a main boss, she's a side boss. I still beat her though, because every Elden Ring player has to beat her at some point, because why wouldn't you? And when I first picked it up, I was like, alright, I don't know what I'm getting myself into. I'm gonna be here for fucking forever. But I beat it in 56 hours, which I don't think is normal compared to other people. But I did have... God. I did have relative ease going through. I would say I did struggle a bit. Even though this wasn't my first Soulsborne game. My first Soulsborne game was Bloodborne, which I haven't finished Bloodborne yet. And when I do, I will be making a review out of it. So I think currently out of 10, I would rate Elden Ring 9.5. The reason it's not 10, I can see why people call it the perfect game. It really is fun, and it's my favorite game of all time now. There are some flaws with it, I would say. I don't like Caelid. Not at all. Caelid is one of the southeast parts of the map, and it just sucks straight ass. Because there's these big birds with huge heads that, like, will swoop down when you're on torrent and just peck you to death. And then there are these big dogs that have small bodies and huge heads that, if you're trying to get one of the weapons, like one of the best weapons in the game, called the Great Sword, which looks like Guts' sword from the anime of Berserk, they'll just keep hitting you until you die and you can't grab it. Which, I'm now on my second playthrough on New Game Plus, and I'm at the Radagon fight already, and I started it like 2 days ago. And when I got home, can I stop yawning? Like, please. And when I got home from my trip, from Washington State, I beat Elden Ring the day after I got home. When I got home, it was like 12:30 at night, so I stayed up till like 1 a.m. and I beat a boss to get one of the halves to get the Halig Tree medallion. But, back on track, Caelid is... blech. The only good part about Caelid is the dragon that gives you like 100,000 runes, Guts' Great Sword, and Radon. That's it. Well, I would say. Sorry to all the Caelid haters out there. I just don't like Caelid. My favorite area in the entire game has got to be... I like Raya Lucaria. I think Raya Lucaria is cool. I like the whole map. I like the whole map, really, but my favorite area is probably Crumbling Farum Azula. It has in my opinion, two of the best bosses in the entire game. The Foreskin duo and Malekith. Malekith is super cool. I would think if I had to put in order my favorite bosses, number 1 would be Melania, number 2 would be Malekith. That doesn't mean I want to fight Malekith every day. I can first try him, but my first time around playing Elden Ring, I think it took me about 7 or 8 attempts. And I would like to say that I'm really good at these games. I mean, it took me 23... Whoops. It took me 23 attempts for Melania, which isn't normal by any standards. Like, Kai Cenat, what did it take him? Like, 180 attempts? I'm not hating on Kai Cenat. Kai, if you're watching this, I love you. Technical difficulties. Anyway, like I was saying, what are the chances that Kai Cenat watches this video? Like, 1 in 8 billion? Or something? But I found Melania to be a good challenge and fun to fight. I found that whole game a good challenge and fun to fight. Now, many people don't believe me on this, but I beat Margit the first like main boss in the game 3rd try. And some people don't believe me when I say that, because everyone struggles with Margit at first. But I didn't, because my first Soulsborne game was Bloodborne, which when I beat it, like I said, I will be making a review out of it. Same with Liza P and the Overture DLC. I'm going to make the Liza P and the Overture DLC separate videos. But anyway, when I played through, I was a strength dexterity build, and near the end of the game, I respect to be a strength build, and I used the Gargoyle's Greatsword because I thought it looked cool, and I didn't have the Guts Greatsword. On my second playthrough, I used the Guts Greatsword, which is superior in every way. Damage-wise, looks-wise, everything. I would say at parts, I raged. But I don't really rage. The only bosses that I raged super hard with was the Fire Giant. I hate the Fire Giant. I don't care what you say to change my mind. The Fire Giant is the worst boss in the game. But, my controller is still here. And I still use it to play Souls-like games today. Which, I know, kinda basic nowadays to say that your favorite genre is Souls-like. And no, I don't copy Penguin Zero on that. Even though this video kind of is inspired by Penguin Zero, like, the like, style. But I would say that Souls-like games are my favorite genre. I always thought it would be shooter games my entire life, but no, it's Souls-like because good story, good character design, a good challenge. And I would say my favorite video games of all time are Souls-likes. My top 3 are Elden Ring, Pokemon Legends Arceus, and Liza P. Even though I haven't finished Liza P, still awesome game. But, just wanted to talk about that. Yeah. See ya.